fine form. We bring in all the best teams from Australia to fight it out, to end our summer, which is a little bit sad, but also very exciting because all the hard work we've done across the summer to rank themselves into this event. This is our finale, so this is the one that everybody wants to win. This is the title that you want to take home. It's the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour Finals down here. Come and join us, folks. We're all set for an 8:30 start in about 3 minutes' time. Sabina Ling, Rebecca Ingram taking on Justine and Jordan Knoll. It is with much love, ladies and gentlemen, that we welcome you down here to the Senate Court. We've got the crew in place. This is the start of a massive tournament for us. Volleyfest has been huge, but this is even bigger and better for all the crew from Australia. We've had an international tournament down here, but we're good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Can you please welcome these two teams? First of all, please welcome Sabina Ling and Rebecca Ingram. And their opponents to get the day started, can you please welcome this combination of Justine Moen and Jordan Moen. Big thank you to the crowd that's in nice and early, so we appreciate the clapping from them as well. Great job up there. It's our first game of the day and we really appreciate you coming down and checking it out. Morning Stokey, plenty of cheering up there from you, sir, which I know there will be. You kind of get that. Wonderful to have all our beach volleyball friends down here. Big shout out to all the players, especially if you drew Judy on the first game. That's thumbs up. This month as well. So right away, folks, if you are cruising on past, grab yourself a coffee and come on down. Australian Beach Volleyball Tour, we are set to go. It's a wonderful play to get things started. So we're up and underway. First point of the match to 9-9. Big welcome to my partner in crime this morning's game, Craig Gilly. What is going on, my man?
Good morning, everyone. Looks like a fantastic morning. The sun is threatening to come out and poke its head out.
Oh, you guys have scored big time. You should have been here for us for the last 8 days. A few little drip drops, but that didn't stop.
You just everybody. Lucky there. Big block going up just outside the line. Well, we'll pass this morning. Please come take a seat in the grandstand.
Nice little drop shot this time. So these two teams, ladies and gentlemen, are out there witnessing to get the day underway in the white playing singlets. You've got Justine and Jordan Nolan, and in the sky blue, Sabine and Rebecca Ingram.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Manly Beach in Sydney, Australia. This is the first day of the Australian Tour Finals. It is lovely to have your company this morning. Given the weather we've had this week, it is absolutely glorious right now. The sun is shining and we are underway. We've got a full 3 days of beach volleyball coming your way, and at the moment, in front of you, you have, at the closest to the camera, we have Sabine Link playing with Rebecca Ingram, and at the far end of the court, back together for I think the first time this season, we have Jordan and Justine Moen playing together. So good to see them back in action. 3-all early on in this centre court tussle, and just so you know, it's unlike the World Tour events, this is not sudden elimination. So it is pool play. So you do have an opportunity, if you have an off game, to drop a game and still manage to get through to the next round. We've got a great array of talent on display over the next couple of days. Pretty well all our top Australian players. 1 or 2 are out with injury, but the ones who aren't injured, they're all here. We've got 4 Olympians actually in action over the coming days, and quite a few who are near Olympians as well. So you will be treated to the very best of Australian beach volleyball as we prepare for an enormous 12 months. Bearing in mind that in just over 12 months from now, beach volleyball will be making its debut at the Commonwealth Games. In fact, it'll be on the Gold Coast, so that will make it even better. So a home Commonwealth Games where beach volleyball will make its debut, and I can tell you every single player on the Australian Tour would love to be part of that history-making occasion. We can only send one team from each, from the men and the women, so the competition will be red hot. And I can tell you that competition will start from this weekend. In fact, it's already started, but the jostling that will take part, that will occur over the coming months, as a lot of these players head overseas to play on the Asian Tour, to play on the World Tour, trying to get valuable points. It's going to make for an intriguing year, that's for sure. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, because at the moment we are on game 1. There are 4 courts in action here. We will try and bring you the results throughout the day from the outside courts, and also our blog. If you'd like to follow the blog, which will give you results throughout the day, and you can go back there if you have to go away for something and you want to come back and you want to check who won what games earlier on, you'll be able to go to our blog and we will update that with results throughout the day. That is on our Volleyball Australia webpage. So go there for results throughout the day. Nice and tight at the moment, this match, 6-all 6-6 between Rebecca Ingram, Sabine Link up the far end of the court, and Jordan and Justine Moen at this end of the court. That is Justine with the cap, with the blue visor, and Jordan hatless at the moment. It is a Friday morning, of course, and many of you are off to work, if not at work already. So I'm sure you'd love to be where we are right now, sitting down here at the beach watching high quality beach volleyball. 6-8 now at the change of ends, and the Moens looking very comfortable. And this week, the last week, in fact, the last 8 days since we started off with the World Tour event last Friday morning, the weather has been, for the most part, pretty darn ordinary. We've had rain, we've had wind, we've had thunder, we've had lightning, we have had everything. And the players will always tell you with a wry grin that this is an outdoor sport and that's what you have to get used to. But I don't think too many were actually enjoying the events during the week, although the standard of beach volleyball was exceptional. 7-9 now. And Rebecca Ingram to the service line. Young player, young upcoming player on the Australian tour. Great opportunity for her playing with Sabine Link. Block was there from Link, but Justine Moen, too much power on that, too much spice. 10-7.
So you've got all the best of the best. Competing against boys who are absolute elite of the whole rooms, and the competition is going to be fierce. So actually here, it's for the next 3 days, it's going to be loads of fun.
Oh, just going wide from Jordan Moen. So a couple of points in a row to Link and Ingram, bring them back to 10-9 now. Just sort of tightening up a little bit. But then a service error there from Sabine. Lets the Moens sneak out to 11, playing 9. My name's Ross Solly, by the way. I should have introduced myself. Very bad manners on my behalf. I apologise for that. And there's another mistake there from Sabine. As our courtside commentator just points out, Sabine Link, of course, is a local. Have a look at that. That is the setting here at Manly Beach right now. Absolutely glorious. I'm not talking about the photographer there who's getting in my shot. Good morning, Mr. Owen Hammond. But in the background you can see some of the surfers out there on the horizon. It is a stunning morning here. Feel free to post your comments on our YouTube side. If you've got any questions you want to ask, not much chance I'll be able to answer them, but I'll do my best. Okay, it's been a change to the score, so in fact it's now 12-9. 12-9 in favour of the Moen sisters.
We're going to come back down the court. So it's 12-9 to Moens. Going to take a ball band.
So the Moens just putting their foot down on on the accelerator a little bit now, just breaking out to a 4-point lead. Nice and comfortable indeed, 13-9. That is pretty good placement though. $13-10 now. And again, good placement there. Just taking a bit of pace off the ball, opting for the placement. Nice work there from Sabine Link and Rebecca Ingram, just getting themselves back in there to the set. A couple of points in a row. See if they can keep this little run going. Put a bit of pressure on the Moen sisters. They're right back in this one too. Let's see if Rebecca Ingram can... Yes, again. Just Justine losing her hat, but also just not able to get to that ball. So all of a sudden we have a 1-point game here, and maybe not surprisingly, with the local girls coming out and winning 3 points in a row, the Moens have decided to go to a timeout now. It's Justine and Jordan Moen 13, Sabine Link, Rebecca Ingram 12 here at Manly Beach. Big shout out to our major sponsors as well. Of course, Destination New South Wales, Sydney.com, fantastic supporters of beach volleyball in this city. Wonderful to have them on board as part of VolleyFest last year and again this year and next year. Big things planned for next year, folks. Just stay tuned for some big announcements in that regard. Hello World, of course, our major naming rights sponsor, and Gina Reinhardt and Hancock Prospecting, who has really, through their support, given volleyball, both indoor and beach, a real lifeline in this country at a time when funding of sport is under pressure. The importance of having a generous sponsor and somebody who's passionate about supporting sport like Georgina Hope Foundation, Gina Reinhardt, is absolutely crucial. So we could not be here staging these sorts of events without their support. So thank you very much to all our major sponsors as this score, and there is an ace. Wow, it has gone very, very ugly for Jordan and Justine Moen since the technical timeout. It's gone from 13-9 to 13-14, so 5 points in a row on Rebecca Ingram's serve. What a turnaround this has been. But there you go, there's a service error, just to level things up again at 14-all. But this match has all of a sudden had a real turnaround.
Yeah. CDPA players, double field will be in the house. That's pretty cool.
Lowest was double field, which is the hashtag.
Just the placement at the moment is really quite exquisite here from Sabine and Rebecca. They're just catching the Moen sisters a little bit flat-footed and not really reading the play very well. And they are back in the lead as Sabine Link goes to the serve. Nice strong serve. And that has gone wide. So just mistakes are being made. And I know Sabine was keen to get the address for the live streaming this morning. She has family and friends keen to watch. So if you are watching from the Link family, the Link connection, the extended family, good morning to you, and you'd be quite enjoying the turnaround in this match in the last few minutes, where Sabine and her partner Rebecca Ingram have really taken the game up a notch and forced a lot of errors. Oh, desperate effort there from Rebecca, but just unable to pull it off. Hustle though from the girls. 21, the magic number in beach volleyball. First to 21 with a gap of 2. And there's a good spike there from Jordan Moen. Bit of anger behind that spike, I think. 16 all now. It's all locked up.
Girls have been playing together for many years now.
And apologies at home, we are just having some Wi-Fi issues here, which have just come into the system. We will endeavour to try and fix that for you so that you can continue to enjoy this match. At the moment we have the Mohans back in front, 18-17. They have steadied a little bit since the brief hiccup as our stream returns. Apologies about that, folks. So a little bit of confusion with the scoreboard. So it is in fact 17-18 now with Rebecca. Well, let's just square that up at 18 all now. 18 all. Yeah, there's a little bit of confusion here. Sabine Link just pointing out to the scorers that there's... So we're just trying to sort this out now. But I think we are going to be settled at 18. Well, in fact, the central score says 18-19. We'll come back to that in a moment. We'll just finish this point. Oh, there you go. That was a soft point there. Now, we believe it's now 19 all. 19 all. It's this.
That's 19-19.
Good play there from Sabine Link. Going down the middle, brings up a set point for Sabine Link and Rebecca Ingram. 20-19 is the score. This really has been a fascinating set of beach volleyball, with first one team, then the next taking control. And that, there you go, that is a soft way, a very soft way to finish the set. But congratulations to Sabine Link and Rebecca Ingram. They lead 1-0, 21-19 in the opening set. Very solid result for the girls from, well, Manly. Here we are back in action now for the second set. Great opening set there for Sabine and Rebecca at this end of the court. And that shot just clipping the baseline, so early point in the second set to the Moen sisters. Nice power again from Sabine. She's been good today with her strength. 1-1. Yeah, it's nice work there from Jordan Moen. Nobody was the call she got from her sister.
Are you okay with the score on the corner in there?
Oh.
Or would you rather?
That's right, as long as this one's up to date.
Yeah. Got him sitting in the corner so she can concentrate on the board. So,
And can you also add what?
well, he's bored, so he wants something to do, so he wants to board.
Sorry.
Uh,
Can you get that set that the Canadian last name? Oh, you, Charlotte? No. The one who's supposed to be working with Sanj?
Oh, Cassandra.
Yes. Can you get her, if she's available, to run these course and that side course so I can put them on that blog?
Yeah, I don't know if she's good today. I'll text her.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if that's the case, otherwise I can.
You can get someone just to run these.
Oh, yeah.
I'm putting the blog up and I just want to told everyone they can go there to see who's won
Oh,
during the
okay.
day.
Yeah, no, sure. I've got an extra person to talk to.
So 3-3 at the moment in the second set. Just great placement there from Sabine. She's in a good place at the moment. She's playing some very good beach volleyball. She, of course, has spent many hours, more hours than she'd like to talk about, I'm sure, on these sands down here at Manly Beach. And it's got to be an advantage, you would think, knowing the local conditions, knowing the sand. And people might think that sounds funny, but all sand is different. It all is different. Some is shallow, some is heavy, some is deep, some is coarse, some is fine. So having your legs used to a certain type of sand and being able to play here has got to be a big advantage for Sabine. At the moment, lots of mistakes creeping in. At the moment, it's Sabine and Rebecca leading 5-4 in this second set, and they enjoy that one set advantage.
Nice tight shot there. Let's see. I know we control that one. 6-4.
6-4 now. It's getting a little bit sneaky now, a little bit desperate for Jordan and Justine. If they lose this set, then that is the first match gone for them. And it is a very tough group, this one. I believe that this group also contains the Olympians, Lou Borden and Maria Fay Artacho del Solar, who are playing together, I think, for the first time. Certainly, to my memory, the first time. So they were both at the Olympics, but with different partners. So they're in this group as well, I believe. So really, for the Moens, they cannot afford to drop this match. It's going to make it very hard from there to stay alive. They're fighting desperately to get back in the set. It's now 6-6. What? Wow, now that is something a little bit special from both teams. Great hustle there from the Moen sisters, really working hard to keep that ball alive. Jordan Moen, full length diving across the court, keeping the ball afloat, getting it somehow back over the net. Amazing stuff. Really taking this game up another level. Maybe that'll wake both teams up and get them really fired up as we head towards decision time. So 6-8 now. This is a very similar start to the first set. Good placement there from Jordan Moen, straight between the two players at this end of the court. Opens up a 10-7 lead now. Don't forget though, it was around this score. In fact, it was 12-9, I think, from memory at the in the first set when they went for the technical timeout. Oh, again, great placement this time from Justine Moen. Link throwing herself full length but unable to keep that ball alive. So, 11-7. Now as we go, well, I think Sabine and Rebecca have called a timeout. It is not time for the technical timeout. That comes at 21. So, Lincoln Ingram call the timeout. They trail 7-11 in this second set, but hold a 1-set lead, having taken the first set 21-19 here at Manly Beach, Sydney, Australia. As we head back out now, it's Jordan and Justine Moen got themselves into a winning position as they did in the first set. That will be at the back of their mind, don't you worry about that. They'll be thinking about that first set and how quickly the situation deteriorated for them. Desperate this time to make sure that they keep on top and don't take the foot off the throat.
Pressure there from Justine on the net.
Another valuable point now, so 12-7. Something has to happen now for Sabine and Rebecca if they want to turn this around. Oh, great play from the Moens to keep that alive as well, but that time Sabine's able to force the spike off the block to get a valuable point back. 12-8 now. 1 point away from the first technical timeout. Good serve, straight down the middle. Opportunity here for Sabine and Rebecca. Another opportunity. That is great placement from Sabine Link. Goes along the net. The cut shot along the net. So 2 valuable points there for Link and Ingram to get back, but they're still trailing by 3 points as we go to the first technical timeout. It is the Moen sisters 12, Link and Ingram 9.
So they would usually go to the competition afterwards because that's what they are told. So get them through Wombat Race.
And just a result from an outside court. Good news for the Manly fans. The Rocamper sisters, Alice and Hannah, have had a very comfortable first win, 21-6, 21-12 over the team of Filat and Linares. So 21-6, 21-12 for the Rocampers over Linares and Filat.
The student you've got left, which is very nice. They are really good. We try that and do it. I'll tell you what, one of those tricks, playing the injury, that's a good one. So we put that in there.
Well, I had 2 out yesterday when I was back out playing. The serve over the net and try not to get hit in the face, switch the ball. That was my 2 tricks.
Big foul there from Jordan.
So a real arm wrestle going on now. It's 11-13. 11-13. Could we be headed to a third set? Kicking off the Australian Tour Finals with a 3-setter on centre court. You could not ask for more, really, as a beach volleyball fan. 14-11. The match is there for the taking if the Moens are in the zone. Good work again at the net from Justine Moen. Too tall there. 15-11 now. Finish line is in sight. This match could be off to a third set. Good serve from Justine Moen. Good placement though from Sabine Link. She's done a bit of that. 15-12 now.
Right down deep into the court. Too good for 12-15.
Unlucky there from Justine. She's got the big eyes. That ball goes up. Sometimes you get excited.
Oh, we love it. So there's little opportunities each and every set, but right now, 13-15, Mark's still leading by 2 points. Really tough serving once again. Sabine absolutely knows every ground it's seen across this beach. This is a local turf. So that ball coming back on the court, there you go. Great job, thanks to the crowd. We didn't get any last early.
Well, 15-14 now, and there's a little bit of a mental game going on out there now. A real test of the composure of Jordan and Justine Moen, because they had this set in the bag, you would have thought, but all of a sudden, once as they did in the opening set, and there you go, Justine Moen sends it long, and it's wrapped up again at 15-all. This is a repeat of the opening set, when unfortunately for the Moens, they had the set in the palm of their hands and they let the 2 girls, Rebecca Ingram and Sabine Link, in, and it is Groundhog Day. The Moens go for a sit down and a discussion about what is going on, because this is all of a sudden gone a little bit ugly for them again. Just unable to close out the set after getting themselves into a position of great advantage. 15-all. 15-all as Well, as we wonder mentally which of these two teams will hold it together. Good morning to the folks at the Cairns Sports Performance Clinic. Having a morning coffee and enjoying the stream. We're glad you're enjoying it up there in Cairns. Be nice and early there. I'm sure it's a stunning morning. We're looking forward to getting back up to Cairns. I think Baz Wedmeyer is here with me. We're going up to Cairns again this year, Baz?
Mate, working with the council at the moment to get us back up there, hopefully in October.
So there you go, looking forward to that. And we had such a good time last year in Cairns. We cannot wait to get back there. We're very fortunate here in Australia to have some fantastic beach volleyball venues, and Cairns is certainly one of them. Wow, look at this. This match is really turned around again as it did in the opening set. And right now, I would think that the Mohans are starting to feel very, very uncomfortable. And it has been a classic case of how to lose a match from an unlosable situation. Now, in both sets, they're in positions where they had such a comfortable lead that they should never have thrown it away. They need something big, and there you go. Justine Mohan, a bit of anger there, a little bit of feistiness. Oh, there you go. Not able to get there. Sabine Link getting under it, but unable, her partner Rebecca Ingram, unable to get there to chase it down. So the Mohans stick their heads back in front. 17-16 now. Wow. This does feel so much like the first set. We know how that finished. What will happen this time around? Good work at the net and a nice joust. Oh, Rebecca Ingram, that is perfect placement there and perfect time to pull that shot out of the bag. Trailing by 1. They've levelled it up again at 17 all. The young girl, Rebecca Ingram, holding her nerve there, assessing the situation and just lobbing the ball over the top of the block. And now she goes back to the service line. Just taking the line there from Jordan. So they go to the change of ends with a 1-point lead, 18-17. You certainly think of the two teams that Sabine Link and Rebecca Ingram would be feeling much more relaxed. They have that first set in the bag, whereas the Mohans, after leading by a large margin in this set, all of a sudden have got some problems. And there's a big net touch there for Rebecca. So the Mohans all of a sudden sneak back out to a 2-point lead. They're leading 19-17. They need to win this set to keep this match alive. It has been a real arm wrestle. I know that's a cliche, but wow, you go back and look over the scores. Oh dear. Justine Mohan serves, sails long. A soft point there for Sabine and Rebecca. But they still trail by 1 point. Sabine Link, though, who has been serving well. Great placement there, Justine Mohan. Brings up a set point for the Mohan sisters from Queensland, 2018. Jordan Mohan to the service line. Good block there from Justine. Good set there from Sabine, but Rebecca Ingram unable to get the kill. The Mohans believe there should have been a call there, and it has been called, a late call, very late call. The Mohans thought straight away, as soon as Rebecca Ingram tried to play that with her fingers, they thought that was an infraction, but that has brought this set to a close, 21-18. And we are off to a third and deciding set, folks. Now I know we have a lot of beach volleyball fans watching in this neighbourhood, and here we have some good news, some information about how you might get involved in the sport.
Well, welcome to Manly Beach. So we're delighted to have VolleyFest here on our home court, and we have beach volleyball courts here, 8 of them permanently, so anybody can come down and play. If you want to get serious about it, you can join MBVA. We do tournaments and social leagues and coaching, and actually Sabine Link, who you're seeing now, she's one of our coaches, so I come down, get involved. And if you're a beginner, if you have never played before, then join beachvolleyball.com.au. They offer beginner classes, but yeah, everybody's welcome to play. And so we have mbva.org.au and beachvolleyball.com.au.
It sounds like an offer too good to refuse. And if you like the way Sabine Link's playing, you think, wow, she could teach me a few things about this game, then come down and learn from the best. She's got a little bit of work in front of her now, though, her and her partner Rebecca Ingram in this third and deciding set. The Mohans have just slipped out early to a 3-0 lead. It is the first to 15, of course, in a third set. Now they're on the board. 3-1. Oh, a good cut shot there from Justine Moen. They're looking like a new team at the moment in this third set. They can probably count themselves a little bit lucky to be in a third set. They threw away a big lead in the second set and were headed, but fought their way back, and now they are really fighting to keep their Australian Tour finals alive. As I mentioned, this is a really strong group. This is the group of death. Oh, and that sort of mistake doesn't help. Jordan Moen hitting it into the antenna, I think, on the side. A soft point there for Sabine and Rebecca. 4-2 now. That was a good call. Was a very good call there. The ball's just sailing along. 5-2. Great to have your company on the stream this morning. If you want to let us know where you're watching from this morning, we'd love to know where we're broadcasting to. On our YouTube site, you can go in there. We know we have viewers up in Cairns this morning. Let us know where you're watching this stream from this morning, and we'll say a big hello for you. And if you want to do a shout out, then feel free. So 5-3 now. 5-3 is the score. Good placement there from Jordan Moen. 6-3. Getting everything right at the moment.
Really well, both these teams fantastic defense. They're going to do those balls, but most of it's attacking all parts of the court. You're looking at a long rally.
Oh, good serve. Just dipping late there on Rebecca Ingram. Good serve there from Justine Moen. Just at the right time to really put the pressure on. First to 15 and sitting at 7-3, you would think it's a very good position to be in as they go to a timeout now at 7-3. with the Moen sisters from Queensland. Their first tournament together this summer. Oh, I know summer's over, but for the Australian tour. So, we are heading towards a result, one way or another, but at this stage you would have to think they might throw this one away. They have given up big leads in the first 2 sets. Wow, that is a great bit of play from Sabine Link to keep that ball alive. Falling over. Heartbreak there for Sabine and Alice. 8-3. Wow, the double-fisted approach there from Jordan is successful. But that is good placement from Sabine. She's done that a lot, but not in this third set, unfortunately for her. But the timing is good now. 8-4. 8-4 and big observe there. Wow, that's just a late bit of swing there from Sabine. A little bit too hot to handle, and Justine Moen will go back and look at that. Wow, that's a couple of points in a row. 8-5, surely not. Surely not that we could see. No. Sorry. Common sense prevails there. Give me what 9-5 now. Yeah. Or but after you finish there, you can bring him in here.
Yeah, don't really like doing that.
She thought, man, I've got about 4 things on the go, but actually trace down and try and find it. It's 9-6 now, 6-9 with Sabine and Rebecca trying to stay alive. It is the third and deciding set. Good power there from Sabine, but oh wow, look at that from Jordan Moen. She really planted that one and almost knocking Sabine Link off the court. There was some real fire behind that shot. 10-6, it was almost like I've had enough of this, let's get this show over and done with.
You just want the scores.
All I need is scores. Bad. I can also put the link up. I'll come and I'll do it after the match.
Yeah, get Joe going.
Yeah. 7-10 now. Oh my goodness. That probably wasn't Rebecca's ball, to be honest. It was heading straight to Sabine. But you don't have much time to think about it. Rebecca just thrusting the paw out, and unfortunately not able to control the ball, and Sabine Link, who was already on her knees, just unable to get to that ball. So 11-7 now. Jordan Moen to the service line. Oh, wow. Just a bit long, but Jordan Moen is starting to get her power now. She's starting to get her range. 11-8 now. They're so close to wrapping this match up, but I know that they'll be a little bit nervous. They've managed to, in both the first two sets, to be able to shed big leads. Oh my goodness, that's and again Jordan Moen's spike sailing long, and Justine Moen with her hands on her hips. They are going for a timeout. They do not want this to continue. That's 3 points in a row for Link and Ingram, which has made the Moens feel a little bit nervous, because at 7-2 I think it was, they really had this set and this match in the bag. But now at 11-9 all of a sudden it is tightening up, and there is a sense of deja vu here, for if that's how you say it. I'll say deja vu. Deja vu, or words to that effect. 11-9 is what I'm trying to say. Had a good week?
Really crazy busy. It's a bit of a zombie at work yesterday.
As we bring that down, we're set to roll down here. First set folks is under 15. This press set. Winner.
And a big shout out to Julie, who's watching from Dallas in Texas. Hoping to catch a glimpse of her daughter who's playing today. Julie, what's your daughter's name? We'll see if she's going to be on centre court, and if she's not, we'll certainly try and bring you results of her match. Lovely to have you on board, watching from Texas though, where it must be heading into the evening there in Texas, so you'll be settled down for the night, maybe a nightcap before you head off, and watching a little bit of beach volleyball. But yes, we'll find out whether your daughter is going to be on centre court at all today. 9-12 now, the Moens, that valuable first point out of that timeout. Oh, but there's one back for Sabine and Rebecca, just keeping that 2-point margin, and close enough if good enough. Good serve from Sabine Link. Oh, but that is good play, and Rebecca Ingram again just making the decision to thrust the paw out. Was it the right decision? Well, who can possibly know? But 13-9. Yeah, good play down. The call was down the line, but Rebecca Ingram went straight for the block. So 11-13. The work is in front of Sabine Link and Rebecca Ingram at the moment. They have to do all the heavy lifting. They cannot make mistakes. The Moens have a little bit of breathing space, but not much. Oh, and there is a mistake from Justine Moen, 13-12. Could it turn around again? This match has set so many hills and valleys. It has been quite incredible to watch the fortunes fluctuate from both teams. The Moens, that would be in the back of their mind. They have had opportunities earlier in this match and blown them away. That is a good result from Jordan Moen to bring up a match point for the Moen sisters. 14-12. Jordan Moen to serve for the match. Big chance now. Now. Oh my goodness. This is edge of your seat type stuff. Link. Oh, yes. The crafty little roll, but wow, what a rally that was. At any one time, either team should have put that to bed, unable to do so, and in the end, the crafty little roll from Sabine Link saves a match point. Saves a match point, but the Mohans still have one more up their sleeve. Sabine Link to serve. She has served well. Is this the match? No. Is that the match? Yes, it is. The Link set, the Link dig just floating over onto the Mohan side of the net, and that is a strong result for the Mohans, a character building result for Jordan and Justine Mohan, having been in situations during that match when they really should have waltzed away to victory, and on more than one or two occasions throwing it away. So for them, a great relief to finally get that result. Well done, Jordan and Justine Mohan. They win 2-1 over Sabine Link and Rebecca Ingram. 19-21.
So last show, Monday, Thursday, my show.
21-18 and 15-13.
Weather off and on, it'll be okay. Sunday, but it's a great game.
Okay, oh, they put the scoreboard back over there. I was going to say, you're not going to see when they moved it.
How'd you go, mate?
I'm standing out there, referee setter.
So are you right to, what do you want to do now?
I was going to see when we play.
Yep, you do that.
Healy.
Yeah.
Healy. True. We're having a game break and we play.
Okay.
We're game after this.
Okay.
And then 2-game break play, and then we're off all on 2 after that. Oh, 2 duties.
The girls John has a 12 to 14-year thing, whereas the boys are 15 to 17, that they can really accelerate and learn that acceleration and explosive. And it's just getting hungry for that. Maybe we just got to let some other sports determine that what's going to end up with that, especially when we're younger. We won't touch girls really before that because they just don't play volleyball. I fight for it, try to lose it or they haven't. The girls open to the sport and say, okay, right physicality right now is everything. And could they love the sport? Yeah. At that point, if they can't, yeah. All good, mate?
Yep, all good.
Okay, I'm wondering.
Go for it.
Sorry?
So who's up here?
It's a very good question. Makara and Jess.
I don't know the other two.
No. Hang
You
on.
got a second one?
Hang on a minute. No, just the one. Hang on a sec. I'll tell you who this is.
Hey, to the boogie ball.
Oh, there you go.
You want them up?
Valerie
Okay.
and Yana. Zivchich?
Very good question.
You'll have Cass here at 10:15 as well, so
Who?
Cassandra, blonde chick who will
Oh,
run
yeah.
around and help
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
so whatever you need, she'll be... she can even use my phone and do the social media stuff while I'm playing.
Morning. When are you up?
Probably going, next game, so we're just we've got 2 games and 2 duties today, so not really.
You'll be right out there.
Yeah, we've got, it's actually really nice. I'd like a bit more wind, but
Who are you playing against?
Lou and Empe.
Julie Mestad says hello.
Who's that? Molly, she's a Texan, she's been out here for 12 months. It's a bit of coaching and playing here.
So we're good to go. We're going to do place. Welcome to you. Thanks to all the players that doing a great job of getting this match started down here on centre court. We're a huge schedule today. It all begins. What a wonderful women's match to get started. Next team to about to see on their own course. Cara Palmer and Jess Namo taking on Valerie Ditch and Iana Lakenwood. I hope that was some of those ladies who usually moving on to all the team selections of the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour Finals down here, the culmination of summer for all the Aussie teams. They'll battle it out. This is the tournament that they all want to win. This is what they worked hard for. If there's one tournament victory you want for the summer, this is it. This is the big one. So the team's ready to go. Two teams in place to get this one started now. You put yourself past, straight coffee, we've got our friends with a little hopper right there, serving coffee, tea, everything you need, right next to the corso, so you don't have to leave your courts all day. So you can please welcome these two teams, please welcome out Valerie Zidic and Iana Lakenwood taking on Cara Palmer and Jess Namo as they stroll themselves out and get set to rock and roll. We'll play the best of 3 sets, the first 2 sets to 21, the third, if required, is to 15. Both teams out there, good luck to you all. Yeah, set for game time.
All right, we are about to get underway with game 2 on centre court. It is a matchup between one of the favourites you would think for this week, 2012 Olympian Cara Palmer, teaming up with Jess Namo, who with Maria Fay Artacho del Solar won the silver medal last weekend here in Sydney, and they're taking on Vivcic and Rökmout. Our commentator for this match, we're very, very privileged to have former player Joe Healy behind the microphone. Joe, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Ross. Well, there you go, Beck and Jess off to a solid start. Both the teams just finding their feet early on in this game.
Down the line this time, filming the scoop with Cara Palmer and Jess Namo taking on Valerie Ditch and Iana Lakenwood. The last volley is the first one to the ball for them.
So let's get into it. Beck Palmer there, just finishing over line. It's a good serve there by the Aussie-German combination, pushing her quite deep. Beck showing her experience really. Taking that pass nice and high and pushing it forward to the net. Jess Namo now to serve. Strong block at the neck there for Beck. She's got some decisions to make in this set. The Aussie-German combination, Valerie and Iana, not quite as tall as Beck and Jess at the net, so probably won't be powering the ball quite as much. You'll probably notice Beck. There you go, commentator's curse. I was about to say she's going to pull off the net quite a lot in this set, but if they're setting tight, then she has the decision to make, and she'll stay up there and be strong, as she did just then. So Palmer Namo 4-1 lead here in this first set. That attack just going long there. So it looks like they're changing ends. The score is only 5-1 from what I can see. Should be 6-1, I'm being told by my trusty advisor here. Yeah, there you go. The score just being changed now, 6-1 to the Aussies, Jess Namo and Beck Palmer. Great defense there from Jess. She was just unable to finish it. Looked a little bit off balance when she went to hit that. Right idea. When you're off balance, out of position, you want to go deep with the ball. Force the opposition to have to play the ball deep, make them move quite a lot. 6-2 here now. Oh, and there's a great serve from the Aussie-German combination. So 3-6 now. Oh, clinical there from Jess and Beck. Made that look nice and easy. Nice little behind play there too from Jess. Beck going back to serve now. These guys are no doubt one of the favourites for the Aussie champs here, so they'll just be getting into their rhythm this morning. Yeah, do you want to? You just Right, I'm going to hand you back to Ross now. He's got a very special guest with him, Ross.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, Jordan Moen's joined us here in the commentary box after some very nervous moments, I'm sure, for her and her sister in that opening match. They really had the game in the palm of their hands on more than a couple of occasions, and I'm sure they felt just as nervous as everyone else felt watching. But Jordan, you got there in the end.
Yes, we did. I think we were so excited to play, but we didn't actually think about the process. And so when it kind of wasn't happening the way that we wanted, we're like, oh wow, we're really feeling this. And then we put the stress on ourselves, and we stuck at it though. We just kind of dug our way out. So happy with the win in the end.
How much have you and Justine been playing together lately? I know that you haven't played any of the tour matches, but you played a couple of state matches.
Yeah, that's right. So over the December, January period, we did have 7 weeks away, so we didn't compete then. And then since coming back in January, we've had probably 2 state tour events together. So it feels like it's been a little while.
Yeah, and it's good to see you guys back together, because I know post Rio, a lot of teams had time away to think about their future and what they're going to do. But you and Justine, obviously, especially with the Commonwealth Games next year on the Gold Coast and the longer term, you're both obviously very keen to keep playing.
Yeah, we are. And I mean, we don't really have the luxury of picking and choosing athletes because of where we live. There's not as many that are still wanting to compete at that level. So we did take a break, and we're trying to have more fun at training because we did need that break also after the Olympic period. But we've still chosen, we still want the same goal, so we're just going to keep having a go at it.
And I know in the past you've both headed overseas to play overseas. You're still hoping to get overseas and play in a few tournaments?
Yeah, definitely. We've put our expression of interest in to play some world tours, some Asian tours. So there's a lot more female athlete teams at the moment, so there's more competition. So we're just kind of waiting around to see what we're allowed to play.
Now, you've got a bit of a group of death here, haven't you? This is a tough group. I said in the commentary that you really didn't want to lose that first match, because I think you've also got Louise and Maria Fay in this group, so it's a tough little group, this one. Nasty little welcome back for the Moen sisters.
Yeah, I know. I think not having played much of the national tour really let our points down the seeding, so it seems that our pool is quite tough, but we're just going to try and play as well as we can. We've got a lot of the top teams, what we feel, in our pool, so it's a bit of fun, but we definitely need to have those wins.
Yeah, and I suppose the thing is, Jordan, you're only going to get better, you're only going to pick your speed up by playing against the very top teams. If you come out and smash teams 21 single digits, you're not really getting much out of it for you guys, are you?
Yeah, exactly. And when it comes to crossover times, if we're lucky enough to get through to there, is a big gap again to play those top teams. So if we're starting off with tough games, then it's hopefully giving us better preparation if we can get all the way through to those single elimination rounds.
Well, great to have you back, you and your sister. I know you were back last week. Did you enjoy playing the World League here in Sydney? It's been so long since you've had World League in Australia, and it was great to see you part of it and in unfamiliar surrounds, because you weren't there with your sister, but did you enjoy it?
Yes, I did. So I actually played the one that we first had in Adelaide 2018, so I think
surely you're not that old.
Yeah, I know. I think I was about 16. I was very excited to play it, and then I played the Shepparton and Sydney round, so it was really good just to be a part of it again. Unfortunately, Justine wasn't available, so it would have been good preparation for us, but I was happy enough to just be playing and being a part of it. It was really good to have it in Australia.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and unfortunately the weather wasn't great, but it's what beach volleyball is all about, isn't it? But Jordan, great to see you and Justine back together. Congratulations on that first round win. I've got to ask you, what do you and Justine like when things go? I mean, there was one stage there where you lost 6 or 7 points in a row, and you went from such a commanding position to all of a sudden losing a set. And what do you two like when you get like that? Are you like a lot of sisters and brothers are and just get angry with each other, or do you just are you quite calm and relaxed about it all?
I think we've definitely matured over time. But at the beginning, we were definitely angry at each other, and we quickly realised we didn't get anywhere with that. So we've got to stay calm. And surprisingly today, we didn't feel, although we were stressed the whole time, we never felt like either of us was giving up or getting angry. And that's the only way you're going to come out through it together. You got to stay connected that whole time.
Yeah, I think what was impressive in the end was that you were both able to hold your nerve in the end and see out that match when you could have easily wilted and lost the plot a little bit. So well done. Get that first win under your belt. I think you're up in a few hours' time for another match, I think on centre court again, so we'll get to see you again in action. So good luck to both you and your sister this weekend, and good luck with the rest of the year.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ross.
Jordan Moen there. They are winners, first round winners here at Manly Beach. And winners over Sabine Link and Rebecca Ingram. So this match is fairly one-sided at the moment. At the moment it's 15-6 as we head to a timeout. I'm going to hand you back to an expert commentator, Joe Healy.
Oh, if only I was an actual expert, Ross, that would be great. Right, technical timeout right now in this first set. Beck Palmer and Jess Namo leading 15-6 over Valerie Zivcic and Jana Rickmuth, the Australian-German combination. So it's a nice morning here every now and again, and when you're in it, I can tell you it is actually quite hot, which is lovely given the forecast says it was going to be 22 and raining, so fairly pleased with that right now. Here we go, we're back out for the remainder of this first set. Beck to serve. Oh, lovely play there. Valerie and Jana obviously having a good time out there, composing themselves. They're the underdogs in this game, so they can sort of go out there and just swing away without too much pressure. There you go, Jess gives it straight back. That high line shot seems to be working for both teams. The defender perhaps sitting a little too deep maybe on their heels, just unable to move to chase it. I'm sure they'll start to work each other out fairly soon as this game goes on. Cheeky little second ball there. And again the high line, so be interesting to see if anybody starts to change their tactics, maybe throw in a cross block, look to pull cross and try and dig that line ball perhaps. It's easy to say when you're up here, it's a lot easier, it's not as easy to work that out when you're on the court and actually implement it as well. So serve just shoulder on her and can power that ball down. So using her experience and good vision there, first ball over. As a player, you absolutely hate those balls. They're rather frustrating, but they can come in handy every now and again. So nice play there from Beck. Oh, great serve there from Beck too. Short ball in between the two players just causes one them to move and two them to have to make a decision, which can be quite tough, especially when you're tired, you're under pressure. So great serve there from Beck. It'd be interesting to see if she does it again. It's generally used as a one-off kind of serve, just to change things up a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if she goes deep again here. And change of ends there too. So 20-8, set point here for for Beck Palmer and Jess Namo. Oh, nice play there. Good defense by Zivcic and Rickmouth. Jess probably shouldn't have hit that second ball. The pass was maybe just a little bit too low for her, but she'd committed, so she went for it and put the Australian-German combination under enough pressure that they ended up taking the point. So first set 21-8 to Beck Palmer and Jess Namo. The teams are just going to take a little break now, regroup, regather themselves, have some water, and then we'll be back out here for the second set. It's so warm in the sun.
I want to move that back.
I will.
We can move it. We can probably.
Don't worry. Oh, that might help a little bit. That might help a little bit. I'll sit on the corner there. Might just chuck some sunscreen on.
Good idea.
Dressed for 22 degree weather.
Because the class like so join us is kind of beach volleyball to the final of beach volleyball here on Manly Beach. We're entering to open and free shot to you. Second set of action. Not at you right now.
Well, the second set is underway, and what a rally we have to start it off. Excellent defense from Valerie and Jana there. Really pushing this highly favoured team of Beck Palmer and Jess Namo. Excellent defense. But Beck says, no thank you, we're going to take another point back. So cheeky little second ball there, good vision from Beck. She is, of course, a 2012 Olympic participant, Olympian, I should have said. Has loads of experience on the tour. Has been playing for a number of years. So the Australian-German combination here. Good start to this second set. They're leading 2-1. A couple of nice defensive plays and transition balls. Just finding good angles there against Jess and Beck. Let's see how they go here. So nice deep serve there, but good pass. Nice tough swing there from Beck too. Looked like it went long, but you certainly heard the touch from the defensive player there. So point goes to Jess and Beck. It's 2-0 here in this second set. So strong serve there from Jess Namo, really pushing the opposition players deep, making them take the ball high above their shoulders. Quite a difficult ball to pass. Makes them have to make a decision, is it in, is it out? So strong serve there, she's back at the line, they're leading 3-2. And nice pressure at the net there. The set just pushing over. It's an overpass. You'd call it a bit of a breakfast ball. I actually don't know why you call it a breakfast ball, but you say thank you very much, put the ball back on the opposition, and you're back to serve. You always like those as the player at the net. And there's another one. So just little errors creeping in for the Australian-German combination, Valerie and Jana. So just handing a couple of easy points to Beck and Jess, taking the pressure off. They had quite a good start to this second set, but we're changing ends and it's 5-2. Oh, nice play there. Good defense, but nice pressure put on by the Aussie-German combination there, Valerie and Jana. So they're just calling for an overpass, or a reaching ball, sorry. I'm just wondering whether the referee has given it or not. Beck doesn't think so. No, it looks like the referee has called a reaching ball on Beck Palmer there, so the score now moves to 3-5 to Valerie and Jana. So back to serve here. Nice pass there from Beck. And she says thank you very much. After a little bit of a contentious call, perhaps, you could see she went after that. She said, this is my play. I'm getting this point back. 6-3 now, Beck's back to serve. So the sun is well and truly out here. I have my colleague Ross trying to sort me an umbrella because it is quite hot sitting in the sun here. He's just given himself 7 years of bad luck opening an umbrella inside, but maybe I could take half of that for you. We'll have 3.5 years each. It's a beautiful morning down here in Manly. Beautiful morning. There's not too much wind around, which will suit some players, but others not so much. I know certainly a lot of people, perhaps who don't have the height of someone like a Beck Palmer, could use the wind to their advantage, and it sort of takes the height away a little bit. It becomes more about ball control and the tactics that you employ to play in the wind. So beautiful conditions here in Manly though for the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour Finals. So Beck and Jess now taking a 9-3 lead in this second set, looking fairly comfortable out here. They'll be happy to get this first game out the way. They're just finding their rhythm as a pair, seeing how they work as a combination. As I said, they certainly train together, but I don't think they've played together yet. So this tournament will be a test for them and a few of the other combinations of the Australian girls who are trying out combinations as we lead into the World Tour season and of course the Commonwealth Games next year. Right, well I have an umbrella. This is lovely. Thank you, Ross.
Yeah, I know. Now. Yeah, could you do that? No, I was just going to see if we can get I wonder if we can get a stand for this here instead, because it's really hot sitting here in the sun. So if I get a stand and then I can put this here just while the sun's straight into this.
If I'd known it had been this warm, I would have worn shorts and not black jeans and sat here and got a tan while I watched volleyball all day, but not to worry. So Beck, there's that short serve again. But it forces an error from Valerie and Jana, so 10-3. Great swing there from the Aussie-German combination, but really solid defence from Beck and a nice set from Jess there. Tight up against the net, but managed to put the ball nice and high. A bit of a peachy set there, and Beck went after it. So they're now leading 11-3 in this second set. Of course, we are playing best of 3. The first 2 sets to 21, and then the tiebreaker, if we get there, is played to 15 points. Good turn from Jess down the line there. The way she approached that ball, she looked like she was going for the hard cross, which is probably one of her favoured shots. So she's just playing with the defence a little. Tell them one thing, give them another. So Beck back to serve here, 12-3. Another cheeky little second ball. Jess says, anything you can do, I can do better. And she showed that. I think on those second balls, it's important to obviously find the sand, but if you can push the ball deep, then you've got your opposition on the back foot. And of course, you therefore in a better position. They're back there, just serving into the top of the tape. So they're still leading 13-4, still feeling very comfortable, but it doesn't mean she'll be particularly happy with the service error. Oh, that's another one, so lucky break there. Jess Namo back to serve now, 14-4. That one hitting the top of the tape but rolling over instead, so you call that using the equipment there by Jess Namo. 15-4 now they lead. A lovely defensive play by Valerie and Jana, and an excellent set there too, so nice little play for them. They'll be happy with that. Caught Beck off guard, dropped in the short ball there, so 5-15 now. Honest. So strong serve there, but Jess and Beck just saying that they weren't quite ready for it. So the referee has called a replay. So back to the service line again, 5-15. So lovely set there from Beck. Just looked as if she was going to absolutely hammer that down. Had the defenders on the back feet, on the back of their heels, ready to defend. And of course just dropped the little short ball in there. So they lead 16-5. They're taking that to a technical timeout now. They'll be feeling very happy, very comfortable out there, trying to preserve a little bit of energy in the sun as well. So lots happening down here at Manly today in the men's and women's Australian Beach Volleyball Tour Finals. If you're close by, you're certainly more than welcome to come down. The sun is out, as I said. It's absolutely piercing right now, to be honest. Lots of the players are hanging around as well, watching these games, scouting their opposition for future games as well.
They're giving away a $500 travel voucher. They're very nice sponsor. We're all around legends. We've got heaps of giveaways up there. So just go and see this kid in Hello World. There's got a coffee or a tea as well. There's also got 40 next to the basket there, the little hopper. And very good friends. And of course, all the store merchandise. Everybody's got a t-shirt. It's got kind of a little piece of this weekend right now. We're back on course with Olympia.
So back on court. Beck Palmer back to serve now. Her and Jess Namo leading 16-5 here in the second set. So strong serve there from Beck. Just caused a bit of confusion with Jana and Valerie. But they've got the ball back, and Beck absolutely powers that one hard cross court. You can hear the cheers of joy and take that, she says. So 17-5 now they lead.
17-5.
Nice deep serve there from Beck. Just again, that high ball coming at you when you're forced to take the ball above your shoulders is really tough to receive, and then Beck obviously puts a little bit more oomph behind it as well, so you've got even less time when you're receiving those serves. So 18-5 they lead now. They of course need to get to 21 to finish off this set and the match. Nice deep shot there from Valerie and Jana. Just pushing the ball in between the two players. And Beck and Jess just unable to get that up. So 6-18 now, the Aussie-German combination back to serve. What a swing from Jess. Great set there from Beck as well. It's a peachy set, you call that. Nice and high, tight to the net. Jess just pounded that down. She had a blocker there as well, but nice turn of the shoulder. Really snapped her wrist and squeezed it down for that sharp cross-court spike. So jump serve from Jess Namo. Valerie and Jana deciding to play that second ball again, but Jess was all over that. So match point now for Jess and Beck, 20-6. Let's see if they can finish it off first ball here. A little bit too excited, maybe a few too many Weet-Bix this morning there from Jess. So 7-20, still match point here, down on centre court at Manly Beach. Oh, tough serve there too, just off the equipment. So they will change ends here. 8-20. Valerie and Jana just making it tough for Jess and Beck here, making them earn their match point. Oh, so nice finish there. Beck and Jess just finishing that off. 21-8 in the second set against Valerie Zivcic and Jana Rickmuth. So great start to them in these Australian Beach Volleyball Tour finals. They'll be pretty happy with that. Did it very convincing out there. Like I said, just finding their feet, trying to work each other out as a combination. And they'll be ramping up as we carry on through this tournament. So plenty more action up next here. Ria Fay and Louise Borden up next on centre court. It's another one of the favourites for this tournament, no doubt. And another new combination. So a lot of the Australian girls not playing with their normal partners here. They're all just trying to mix it up and find out the combinations that work and how people play together, and it's just about finding that chemistry. So plenty more action here at Manly Beach. We'll bring it to you shortly. came back almost a year.
What brought you out here?
Sydney.
Yeah.
Work.
Work?
Yeah. Tried to look back in Adelaide when we first came back because my family's in Adelaide.
Yeah.
So sort of had a look around there, like Channel 10 and things like that, but it's not really much happening. But yeah, love Sydney.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. That's what Jess actually started to move there. She's living in Kidman Park, like around the corner from there. There's not much happening. I need someone to show you Adelaide.
Yeah.
And the Crown Vale and all the beautiful beach.
Well, it's like Canberra. Everybody rubbishes Canberra, but I love Canberra.
Yeah, well apparently it's sort of really the same kind of thing, all those little gems and cafes and bars.
Yeah. Exactly right.
Yeah. Yeah, every year I kind of came back to Adelaide for a holiday and I sort of fell in love with it a little bit more. Left as a rebellious teenager.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, loving Sydney though.
Whereabouts in Sydney are you living?
Newcastle Bay. So it's nice and easy to
Yeah.
good spot.
No, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice to get somewhere where you don't get stuck in traffic and
Yeah.
we quite often my in-laws have got a place down here right on the jumping out there on the peninsula.
Oh wow.
So we come down here quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, it actually is like being in an overseas resort somewhere. It's so good out here. I love it. If we ever ended up coming to Sydney to work, I think we might be about here.
Yeah.
I mean, even the commute's nice, you know, getting on the ferry and going across this. There are far worse ways to get to work every day, isn't there?
I'm up in Altamont. It's only, in fact, when there's no traffic, it takes me 8 minutes.
Yeah. Well, see, the ABC's at Ultimo, so it's easy for us. We can just get, and in fact, we've done it. We've commuted from here to Ultimo. We've been working down here sometimes, and it's so easy. We just get the ferry across and you get one train. I think it's about 2 train stops to Ultimo. It's so easy. Oh, it's nice now. The breeze is coming in.
So extensions being played together much, you know?
Welcome to you all. This is the time matchup. Lee Mills and Centre Court Sam Carter. Set to rock and roll against Maria Faya, Tacho Del Solar, and Mrs. Louise Rice. A nice ring to it.
Officially calling Louise Rice.
Fancy wearing your microphone or not?
Very nice ring to it. Mrs. Louise Rice. It's a visual, baby, you know it.
Thanks.
So come on down and join us, folks. This match will be underway. It's set for just a couple of minutes time. We're going to have junior team in place. We're ready to roll. Big shout out to the junior team. Ah, yes. One of the joys of beach volleyball. Well, let's change a little bit.
When you're ready to roll,
we introduced this time. There used to be for a couple of elimination spells that we lost. We had to sit around
It's a bit sandy.
which was a little bit more brutal, but we're playing pool play here this morning, folks. So all these teams are in pools, so they'll play against each other, and that will sort the rankings in the pools. And then we'll go through to a round of 16, which will be single elimination. So our top
Do you know who else is in their
teams through the
pool?
pools. I've been told, I could be
in their
horribly
pool?
mistaken,
Yeah.
but we'll run with that for now until someone comes waiting. But that's how we roll. So it's pool play to start with.
Oh, the
And
Mowens.
then the second half of this tournament is single elimination sudden. So I think we're just about ready to go, folks. The two teams, please welcome them out. Onto court, can you please welcome Sabine Mills and Sanj Carter, and Maria Faya, Tacho Del Solar, and Louise Grace. We are set to rock and roll. A big welcome to all the teams. We'll kick this one off in just a minute's time. Yeah, that's the bit where you run out on the court, but that's cool. I'm here to help girls, so whatever you need.
Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday morning, so things are a little more casual here on a Friday. Throughout the corner, we've got a lot.
Well, welcome back to the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour Finals. The umbrella I talked about earlier, it just fell over. Okay, let's try and get this back up and running. So Sanj Carter and Sabine Mills are up against Maria Fay Artacho Del Soler and Louise Borden, who was married just a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know whether I should be calling her Louise Grice now. Well, there goes the umbrella again. Right, so just as these players are getting ready to get out there, it's their first game down here at Manly Beach this morning in the tour finals. So Sanj Carter back to serve to start. So first serve into the net there from Sanj. So Louise back to serve. Lou and Maria Fay, certainly one of the favourites to take out this tournament, but they're a new combination. The Aussie girls mixing it up a little bit, so we'll see how they go together. Both of them, of course, very accomplished with their own partners. So no doubt, as you can see there, they'll be just as clinical together. Maria Fay with a strong swing cross court there. Nice set from Louise. So both teams here just will be working themselves into their first game of the tournament. Both Aussie pairings here. So Sanj and Sabine, Queensland pair. They haven't played too much together. Good set there from Sanj. And Sabine just unable to get on top of it. So Louise and Maria Fay leading 3-0 here in this first set. There's a nice shot from Sanj Carter there. Nice little cross-court cutty. Good set, nice and high. Kept the blocker honest. And of course, when you do that, you've got a lot more court to play with to try and beat the defender. So Sabine Mills back to serve here. Of course, the other two teams in this pool, the Moen sisters and Sabine Link and Rebecca Ingram. Those guys played out a really tough 3-setter earlier this morning, with the Moen sisters getting up in the third. So another nice shot there from Sanj Carter. Little cheeky shots around the net. A combination Maria Fay and Louise will have to start looking at how they combat that. She's got a couple of them now. So good serve there from Sabine Mills. Forcing the ball straight back over on the receive, and then Sanj finishing it off. She's got quite a nice touch on the ball. Knows how to find those corners and find the sand. So Mills just pushing that serve a little bit too long, but a good start for them. Good start for them up against a really solid combination, Maria Fay and Louise. They're certainly going to be there at the business end of the tournament, that's for sure.
I'll get it. Talk to her.
Nice second ball there from Sabine, but Maria Fay able to pick it up, and that transition play that she's definitely really well known for. So looking solid there, nice swing down the line. So of course we'll carry on broadcasting this game, but I'm hopeful that I get to speak to 2012 Olympian Bakara Palmer in just a moment. She's wandering this way, looking a little bit tentative, playing with her phone, obviously texting someone more important than me. Messaging the coach, there you go. So she's got a decent excuse, I'll give her that one. So strong serve there from Maria Fay, again forcing that overpass. And Louise picking it up nice and easy and transitioning with the kill there. So Maria Fay and Louise leading 6-3 here in this first set. So Maria Fay back to serve, and I am now joined by Bakara Palmer, 2012 Olympian, highly experienced player on the tour here in Australia and internationally. Beck, we just saw you guys have a fairly breezy first game of the tournament. How are you feeling after that?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. It was obviously the first game of the tournament is always a bit of a tricky one. The weather's been a little bit up and down, so for Jess and I, we just wanted to come out and put our game forward, and I think it was a good start for us, but we're looking forward. We've got a game this afternoon at 4:30, so looking to get off the beach for a little bit and prepare for that one.
Yeah, definitely. Talk about the weather. I have dressed for 22 degrees and rain, and I'm absolutely baking in the sun. I've had Ross here putting up the umbrella. It's fallen down about 3 times. But yeah, it is beautiful weather, and actually the wind is now picking up a little bit. It sort of wasn't really there for your game. Have you and Jess played together too much before?
Well, we played our first event together in Shepparton only a few weeks ago, and we took a 5th there, which was really fun, and it's always really good, I guess, to get that first tournament out of the way, because I think we learnt a lot about one another and how we play and communicate and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to play this event, and then we have 4 events in Asia that we're going to go and play together as well. So we've definitely got a bit of a plan going forward, and everything's kind of coming together so that at Asian Champs and at those Asian Tour events we're hitting our straps.
Yeah, definitely. We saw Jess in the World Tour last week take a second with Maria Fay. There goes the umbrella again. How are you finding the combination? Do you enjoy playing with Jess, and how do you see the chemistry going there?
Yeah, I really enjoy playing with Jess. We're both actually very similar players, I think, which is great. I think we both like to go out and feel the game and just kind of flow with it, and really almost kind of don't really have a plan and just kind of go and play the game, which I think is really good for both of us, and it's lucky that I guess we're both the same like that. We both jump serve, we both like to come in and hit, but also have a bit of a shot game. So it's actually really interesting playing with Jess. I think the communication is perhaps a little bit less than what I'm used to, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think sometimes I get a bit carried away and talk a little bit too much. So I think that's good. But no, I'm really enjoying it, and it was so great to see her and Maria Fay last weekend playing so well, and I wasn't playing on the Sunday, but I was secretly sitting there going, yes, this is awesome. And for Jess to get that sort of experience, and then for us to team up and with what we've got coming up, I was really stoked for her, and I think it'll hold us in good stead.
Yeah, most definitely. So Australian Beach Volleyball Tour Finals here. Have you guys set out a plan for this specific event?
Well, that's actually what I was just texting my coach about. So Jess and I have had a chat about it, and it's pretty consistent with what it was in Shepparton and what it will be going forward, and kind of sits with us. So it sits with us being really aggressive, making sure we're getting the ball to the net, that we're hustling as much as possible, and I guess being 2 smaller athletes, our defensive game is quite important. So we pull a lot, and we pride ourselves in making a lot of touches and defensive play. So that's loosely what our game revolves around, and then I guess bringing that fight and that spirit to the court every time we play, and we see where that gets us.
With the whole Australian team, I guess you're all sort of mixing and matching and trying new combinations. We're seeing Maria Fay and Louise play here. How are you sort of thinking that they're going, and how will they do in this tournament?
Well, I have actually been here in Sydney for the last week, and these guys went home to train, so I actually haven't seen them train or really play together. But I think with pretty much that group of volleyballers that we have down in Adelaide, there's probably about seven or 8 of us, and it really everyone has kind of been playing with everyone at the moment, and I think we've got a pretty good foundation. Everyone knows everyone, we all train together, and I think with that means that we can kind of get thrown into a team and pretty quickly pick it up. A lot of the defensive strategies that we play, a lot of the offensive strategies that we use are all very similar, so it's actually not that hard. I think the hardest thing is really just finding the communication and that interaction between one another. But I think these guys will obviously Lou's a fantastic blocker. Maria Fay, again, played amazing on the weekend and is a great defender. So on paper, I think they're a really strong team, and I guess time will tell. We'll see what happens on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, definitely, and let's hope that you're there too. Good luck for. I'll let you get going. You said you've got to get off the sand. Good luck for this afternoon. We'll definitely be watching. And yeah, good luck for the rest of the competition.
Thanks very much, Jo.
Oh, the very experienced Bakara Palmer there. Thank you so much for that. We'll call her back, no doubt, for another chat after our next game. So back on centre court now. So Maria Fay back to serve. Maria Fay and Louise leading 12-5 here in the first set against Sabine Mills and Sanj Carter. Some nice solid serve there from Maria Fay. She's all over that second ball and then finds the edge of the line. No Hawkeye needed. You could see that line move. So of course, as Beck said, these girls all train together, and you can absolutely guarantee when they're training they're going for the lines every single time. You won't see them put many balls in the middle of the court. It's too easy for the opposition. They're pushing the lines, pushing their opposition to really have to move and make the tough plays. Louise with a monster swing. She's got a big block up against her, but she could see that. She's good enough to squeeze the ball past and power the ball down. So Louise and Maria Fay leading 14-5 here in this first set. The wind just picking up a little bit. It's going the complete opposite direction really to what it was at the World Tour last weekend. It's sort of coming off the land onto the water. Oh, lovely swing there, Sabine Mills, just pushing it past the block of Louise Borden. She's known for her blocking, so really great swing from Mills there to be able to beat the block. Sanj Carter back to serve now, 6-14. Good defense there from Sanj, just unable to get the ball up. Too much power from Maria Fay. Of course, both these girls are Rio 2016 Olympians. Maria Fay played with Nikki Laird, and Louise Borden played with Talika Clancy. Those girls doing really well over in Rio, getting some incredible experience that they will no doubt take with them well into this tournament, and of course the World Tour season coming up as these guys look to build ahead of the Commonwealth Games next year. So after the technical timeout, Louise Borden, Louise Grice, as the scoreboard now says, it's changed, 15-6. So she's just been called for a foot fault on the line. You do not hear that very much in beach volleyball. I am right on the line, but missed that. The referee says, no, you hit the line. So point to Mills and Carter, and Sabine Mills back to serve. Well, the two blockers going after each other in this game. Louise just taking on Sabine there, hitting the ball off the block, just as Sabine did at the other end just a moment ago. So 16-7, Maria Fay back to serve. Big topspin jump serve into the wind here. Oh, bit of a collision there on court. Maria Fay and Louise, both of them, you'd rather both the players be going after the ball, but better than no one. But unfortunately, just unable to keep the ball up there.
And Joe, I wonder if that was a reflection of the fact that these two have hardly ever played with each other, Louise and Maria Fay. They're so used to playing with other partners and communicating with other partners. So this is really a match where they're both feeling their way. And it must be an interesting match for Maria Fay, because Louise has said, and she said last week, that her and Talika will be back playing together again very, very soon. So there's no long-term future for this combination. And Maria Fay, who has played probably with more partners than anyone else on the Australian Tour over the last few months, is in this interesting situation where obviously after winning the silver medal last week here at Manly Beach, she really feels like she's at the top of her game, and having to adjust now to play with a new partner that she knows that next week she won't be playing with again. It must be a really interesting situation for her to be in.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, the beauty of Maria Fay is that she's determined, and she's going to carry on sort of working with all the Aussie athletes and trying to find the right partner for her. Of course, she played with Nikki Laird at Rio last year. But the entire Volleyroo squad, as we heard from Beck Palmer just a second ago, they're all mixing it up, but they are all playing together, training together, sorry. So she'll know who she works best with for the most part. She's a solid player in her own right, of course. Picking up the silver medal with Jess Namo last week at the World Tour here on Manly Beach. So Maria Fay back to serve now. The wind's definitely picking up here as well. It's a little bit gusty. I'd say Sabine Mills and Sanj Carter probably down the good end, if you like to call it, where you're hitting into the wind. And just put a little bit more power behind the ball that way. Not on this occasion though. The ball just going wide. Sabine a little bit off balance and out of position swinging there. So set point now for Maria Fay and Louise. Great defensive play there from Maria Fay. Really tough serving too, so Maria Fay and Louise taking that first set 21-9. They'll be pretty happy with that. Just finding their groove here at the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour Finals. Working their way into it. They'll of course have another game later today. Both these teams will. We've got pool play, so the top two teams in the pools will be going through to the next round.
That's good. Sounds good. Are you in the shade now? Move that umbrella or what?
Yeah, enough. Yeah.
You happy with that? You sure?
Yeah.
Umbrella big enough to cover you.
Owen, isn't it? Do you have any photos from last weekend of?
I have. The one of you sticking your hand down the tent doing that to me.
Tolly said, "Flash the bird always."
Yeah, I should do. I've got you presenting, doing the interview with the Canadians down there after they won. There's a few players around here, so.
Okay, I'll see if I can grab them off you at some point.
It's funny, like I've got Tolly doing that, and I think Kirby's doing that, and there's this random hands just coming out, and it's your hand coming out.
So we're back on court for set number 2, and you would think that Louise Grice and Maria Fay Artacho del Solar would be pretty keen to make short work of this set, having taken the opening set 21-9 over Sanj Carter and Sabine Mills. Of course, Sanj in particular these days is much more a part-time player than she was. She's involved a lot in coaching and was indeed involved in running the inaugural Australian Under-23 Beach Volleyball Championships, which were an enormous success. Oh my God, I can hear myself coming back. It's like I've woken up and I'm in hell. But in fact, I am not. I'm in heaven. I'm sitting here at Manly Beach, which is the best place to be this time of the year. Great placement there from Louise Grice. So 2-1 in this second set. As I mentioned, Louise Grice, or Louise Borden as she was known, will be teaming up very soon with Taliqua Clancy again. Taliqua has been off, unfortunately, with a non-volleyball related injury. We'll just leave it at that. But if you're watching T, we're looking forward to seeing you back on the court very soon. And at this stage, you would think if the clock stopped right now and selections had to be made, you would think that Louise and Taliqua would be the #1 selection for the Australian women's team for the Commonwealth Games next year, having been to the Olympics last year, finishing 5th, and some great World Tour results. So definitely the form team in Australia. But there are people snapping at their heels, and one of them is this young lady here, Maria Fay Artacho del Solar. Look at that cross court. Wow, how is that for deft placement from Maria Fay? She is in a really good place at the moment. She was fantastic last weekend with Jess Namo, finishing runner-up in the World Tour event behind the very, very handy Canadian combination. Now she's out playing with Louise Grice. So she's one of the ones snapping at the heels. Of course, Nikki Laird, another Olympian, went there with Maria Fay. You've got Bakara Palmer, 2012 Olympian. Jess Namo, who's really come to the forefront in the last few weeks. So there's a lot of good players there just snapping at the heels at the moment. So Lou and Taliqua are very keen to get back together and get back out there to do their stuff on the World Tour as we head towards a very, very busy year. And in just over 12 months' time, of course, as I mentioned earlier on in the commentary, beach volleyball making its debut at the Commonwealth Games. And what better place for that to happen than the Gold Coast in Australia? I mean, that place reeks of beach volleyball in a nice way. All the nice things about the smell of beach volleyball, not the horrible things like the smelly players and all that sort of stuff. Like my co-commentator Joe Healy. Smelly beach volleyballers there getting in the way. They always smell good though. They smell like sunscreen and, in Australia, fly spray and stuff like that. So 6-3 in the second set. Grice del Solar taking the first one, 21-9. Nice placement there from Sabine Mills there. They're not giving up without a bit of a fight, Sabine and Sanj. They want to make the most of this centre court opportunity playing against two Olympians. They will be using this to improve their own game, of course. And it is pool play, so there'll be more games to play. So this is a very tough group though, by the way. This one is the group with the Moen sisters in it, with Sabine Lincoln, and you know, it's a really, really tough group, so you can't afford to drop too many matches. 6-5. Sanj Carter. I'm not going to call her a veteran because she is one of our co-commentators, and when she gets up here, if somebody was to tell her that I called her a veteran, she would make me pay. So I will not say that she is a veteran. All I will say is that she is a very experienced Australian player. Great servant of beach volleyball in this country, and is now putting back into the sport, which is fantastic, and is what you want from your players after they've been and enjoyed the tour and playing at a domestic level for a couple of years. When they get the opportunity to put back to the sport, it's great to see some of our players putting back, and that is what Sanj Carter is doing at the moment through coaching and other things that she's doing for the sport. So fantastic to see her, and still playing out there, which is great to see. Bit of cloud cover coming in now. I'm not sure whether we're going to get some showers. We've had a bit of sun, and my co-commentator Jo Healy's had to go and lie down with sunstroke because she has spent a lot of time overseas in the UK, and of course they're not used to the sun there, so She's just having a little bit of a lie down to recover after spending at least 20 minutes sitting in the sun. Hopefully she'll be okay soon and be able to rejoin us. 8-5. Yes, lose, says Maria Fay. I don't know of any other player on the tour who does more to G up their partner, does more to talk up their partner than Maria Fay. She's constantly yabbering out on the court, which must annoy the other side so much. Just constantly hearing her rabbiting on up her end of the court. And I'm sure her partners, maybe one day we'll get the truth, but I'm sure her partners appreciate it, but she rabbits a lot. In a nice way. Now she's serving. What a good server she is. Joe Healy, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm good. I've had a little lie down. Thanks for that. I was texting my coach as well. No.
Maybe I had a coach. I'd text my coach too, because everyone else seems to be doing it.
Yeah, it's just the thing to do. Makara Palmer texting a coach. Yeah, life coach. Yes. Wouldn't that be good? We'd all love a life coach. Right, well, back on centre court. Nice defence there from Sanj Carter. Read the play really well. But Maria Fay just too strong at the net. She's not normally a blocker, but she's got good hops on her. She can definitely get up there at the net. So Louise Grice and Maria Fay Artacho Del Solar leading 10-6 here in the second set. Now they've got a comfortable lead, but as Ross said, Sanj and Sabine not letting them run away with it completely. So big high float serve there from Louise, forcing the error, and she puts that away. Sanj Carter, as we said, she's no veteran, but she is experienced. But even that experience, unable to lift that ball up. They're too strong there from Louise. A nice defense there from Louise and Maria Fay, but looks like the ball just went wide. I will stay with the action, but I am now joined by one of Australia's finest, Jess Namo. We had your beach volleyball partner Beck Palmer on a little while ago. She said all good things, I promise. How are you feeling after your first game of the tournament?
Good. I think we found our rhythm pretty well that game. Obviously the conditions are different to last week, so yeah, we just had to find our rhythm, take it one point at a time, and yeah, get ready for the game this afternoon at 4:30, I think. So yeah,
that's what Beck said. So we'll go with that. Yeah, no horizontal rain yet, although the clouds are coming in. The sun looks like it's gone, and my umbrella is gone. Congratulations for last week. What an awesome event that you had, picking up second. How has this week been in terms of training and preparation, and how have you managed to turn it around coming into the tour finals here?
So I had a little break at the start of the week, tried to recover a bit. So Beck and I didn't play last event together, so we just had to try find each other's rhythms together this week and get used to each other, seeing each other in court side by side. So yeah, we're just trying to take it one point at a time, one game at a time at this point. So yeah.
So does that mean, what I was about to ask is, do you guys have a goal this tournament in terms of where you'd like to finish? Do you want to win it? Would you be happy with a third place, a fifth? What's the goal?
Definitely it would be nice to come away with the gold medal, but our focus this tournament is to perform well and make sure we take care of our side of the net and work on things that we've been practicing and training, and yeah, so that's probably more of our goal than anything.
Well, you played with Maria Fay last week, picking up a silver at the World Tour event. How are you finding chopping and changing partners all the time? I mean, it looks like Maria Fay and Louise are gelling fairly well out here, but none of you have yet been really pushed. I think that is that where you really see whether the combinations are working, when you guys are up against it and under pressure?
Yeah, I think the dynamic's a bit weird because we are chopping and changing a lot, so I think taking it lightly, not being too I don't know. You've got to kind of take what comes and deal with what you've been put in, like the positions you've been put in. So I think everyone's making the most of their partnerships and everything. So I think that's the biggest focus for us.
And it looks like you've got your family here as well, watching and supporting. How much of a difference does that make?
I actually served the ball out when I saw them. They showed up at the end of the last game and I bombed it out the back. So I think I've got to learn to not get so distracted seeing them in the crowd. But definitely cool to have them here in person. They've been watching on live stream, obviously, but yeah, really happy to have them here.
That is so funny. Stay focused, stay focused. Well, thank you so much for your time. Good luck for the rest of the tournament, and hopefully we'll get a chance to have another chat later on.
Awesome, thank you.
And see you later. Australian volleyroo Jess Namo there. Always a pleasure to have a chat with her. So back on court now. Sabine Mills looked like she really went after that one, but couldn't find the line, just forcing it wide. So Maria Fay and Louise take a 17-7 lead here in this second set. They've certainly taken a very comfortable very comfortable lead here on their way to victory. A solid serve there from Maria Fay. She is a great server. She always is someone who goes after her serve, regardless of the conditions. It's certainly not an easy thing to stay aggressive from the service line the entire time. It can get a little bit nerve-wracking, but of course her experience. She was an Olympian from Rio last year. She's got no problems from the service line on this occasion. 19-7 they lead. So just long there from Maria Fay. The wind picking that ball and taking it with it to past the baseline. So Sanj Carter back to serve. And on that occasion, the wind not picking up the ball, so pushing it too wide. That brings up set and match point here for Maria Fay and Louise Grice. But of course, change of ends here at 20-8. So Louise now serving into the wind. Much better position to be serving from rather than having it come from behind you. So nice shot from Mills there, but great defense from Louise. And there it is, the high line shot. Louise and Maria Fay getting their first win here at the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour Finals up against Sanj Carter and Sabine Mills. So solid start for the two voleyroos, and not a bad performance from Sanj Carter and Sabine Mills. Certainly showed that they could push Maria Fay and Louise at certain times. Just maybe a few errors sneaking in, a couple of those overpasses letting them down, but I think they'll be happy. They knew that they were underdogs going into that game, and they can build from here for the rest of the tournament. So it is the men up next on centre court. We'll be bringing you all the action very shortly.
we get set to go, folks, we'll raise the net as the men are now on centre courts. And we'll get set to go down here. So welcome to Centre Court, all our players. Great to see some wonderful, familiar faces back. Doing what they do best. And some of the young guys of this sport out there set to absolutely rock and roll.